FPS games exist. Love them or hate them, they're here and they're here for you. Run. Personally, I love FPS games. Halo, Left 4 Dead 2, love them. But why? Well, a large part of it obviously has to do with the shooting. What else would be important? Characters are important. Good characters are recognizable and can give a game some longevity. Take Postal Dude for example. Sure, he came from 2003, but he's still a memorable character for being a jackass. Now sign my petition or I'll kill your dog. Now Overwatch characters are okay at best. Sure, the character design is good, but I can't tell you a single thing about Mercy Overwatch. Actually, let me search it up for you, alright? Alright, here it is. A guardian angel to those who come under her care, Dr. Angela Ziegler is a peerless healer. Okay, shut the fuck up. This is apparent for most heroes in Overwatch. They are just boring. There's nothing interesting. They are flat, two-dimensional characters. Ignore this 3D blend file. It came from the smut base. In Overwatch, you got quirky gamer girl who's actually under the burden of expectation. This would be really tragic, if I cared. You have Sonic OC, XXX, Knight of Darkness, XXX. And finally, you have Soldier Boy, who gets veteran discounts from the Dunkin' Donuts across the street. Now, this is in stark contrast to another game, T42, which takes place in Australia. The cast is 9 characters who barely tolerate each other, and I stole that, but I don't know where. And the character design is basic but recognizable. And sure, the characters might be walking stereotypes, but they make up for it for being complete fucking spastics. Take the Heavy, who you presume to be big, likes guns, and is incredibly stupid. But in reality, he is actually big, likes guns and sandwiches, but has a PhD in Russian literature, making him more doctor than the medic, who separated a man's skeleton from his body while keeping him alive. This is true, by the way. Watch Meet the Medic. And the Demo Man is a drunk Scottish man who's turned his organs into a distillery and has a haunted eye socket. And then we fight the eye that comes out of that socket every year for Halloween. The amount of tomfoolery these guys get up to is astounding. Now, I'm not saying that good characters need to act like the average schizo in order to be good. I love characters like Jill from Valhalla and Coach from Left 4 Dead 2. Not necessarily crackheads, but completely normal people. They're also really fucking hot, like both of them. First, Valve got me invested in these characters, before subsequently coercing me to visit an island with a man named Epstein. I was never the same after that incident. Overwatch was like, hey, Jeff Kaplan here. These guys are the best of the best from all around the world. You should care for them because they're so great and amazing. Look at this tragic animation. And sure, the animations are good, but I don't care. On the other hand, the Meet the Team videos have arguably become classics on the internet. I will never forget.
Be your mother.
And that's what the point of the mask is. The main difference between Overwatch characters and TF2 characters is that TF2 characters got me into SFM, and Overwatch characters made me use SFM. Subtle, but large difference, because I hate SFM. Now, let's move on to our next point.
You're dead!
Guns shoot bullets, and how the developers choose to propel those bullets out of the gun barrel can influence my thoughts and feelings on the game, like how the voices in my head influence my actions to kill you. See Valorant? I hate the shooting in Valorant. Fuck the shooting in Valorant. The Vandal, the white bread of guns in this game, is a piece of fucking shit. Now, I'm not saying that this weapon is bad in viability, I'm saying that it's not fun to use. But everyone uses it. Why? Because it's good. As for me, I hate using this gun. You hold your mouse button for 1 second and the enemy is dead. I'm not having fun, my enemy isn't having fun, and my day has been ruined. Well then, Nodano, why don't you use the 16 other weapons, my fellow Neanderthal? And I do use different weapons, but out of the ones I like, the Bucky is like me in Roblox football.
This game is hilarious.
Completely useless. The operator is actually good, but costs more than my left testicle, meaning I never get to use it. And the marshal would be good if it didn't have bloom. And speaking of bloom, fuck bloom. All my homies except me are fine with bloom. Bloom is a pestilence that video games have brought upon this world. Instead of being able to do cool shit and move around, you are permanently locked into sitting still like a good boy, otherwise your aim turns to me trying to piss with my hands behind my back blindfolded. See how everyone uses these weapons instead of the ones I like, except for the operator? It's because they're good, they're viable, but I prefer fun over viability. Fuck you. Now let's take a page out of TF2 again. Why? Because I can't be bothered to think of any other game. Now these guns are the good shit. Jesse, we need grenade launcher TF2. In TF2, every time I hit a meaty scattergun shot, I'm like, ooh. Every time I hit a nice pipe, I'm like, ah. There's a hit or a miss system in TF2, and missing a shot can make the difference between having fun and the obituary. These guns hit harder than a truck and shoot slower than my grandpa's IBM from 1987.
Was that the bite of 87?
So most of the time, you're fighting opponents who have to aim as hard as you do. Shut the fuck up, Heavy and Pyro. Objection! The guns in... fuck. The guns in Valorant are high damage! Okay, this bit's stupid. Yes, the guns in Valorant are high damage. However, the rate of fire is faster than Genshin Impact players after they see a child. And they can also kill you in one hit. This design choice was a mistake. Missing a shot doesn't matter if you can shoot another one right after. And because of the bloom, slow, methodical gameplay is rewarded over fast gameplay. And looking at my timeline, you can probably tell what pace I like my games at. Hey guys, I think it's asking me for help. Now, the main difference between these games is actually this, the guns. Now in Valorant, guns are just guns. What? Of course the guns. Why wouldn't they be guns? You shoot someone and they die. That's what they're supposed to do. Now, I know I'm asking you to do a hard thing, but keep that in your head for a moment. It's in your head? Alright, let's continue. In TF2, there's this thing called rocket jumping. You can use the blast of your rocket to propel yourself forward, and you can do some pretty crazy shit with it. Except for me, I suck at rocket jumping. When you see people do this implants an idea into your head. What else can I do with other weapons? This thought right here is how we get detonated jump maps. This is what separates Valorant guns and TF2 guns. For example, let's look at Jet's updraft skill in Valorant. You press a button and you go up, easy as that. However, there's no variation to this, you just go up. In TF2, let's take rocket jumping for an example again. To go up, you can just shoot at your feet and jump, and it takes you up. Or you can do this little thing called C-tapping. I don't know why it works, just blame it on Eldritch Abominations, also known as Source. And what about sync jumping? That exists too. Fuck it, how about we just combine them? There can be many solutions to one problem in TF2. It's like how you could kill a bird with a stone, or you can just shoot the bird out of the sky. Either way, you have a dead bird and a nice meal. In TF2, your guns are guns and tools. You're allowed to experiment with your guns. In Valorant, you just shoot with your gun. No fancy rocket jumping unless you're Brazilian, and in that case, fuck you. The amount of experimentation in this game is insane.
What? Holy fuck! That exists? I didn't know that ledge existed.
I have 1,000 entire hours in this game, and I found out you can do this about a week ago. And I was like, what the hell? You can do that? What the fuck? How does that work? Why does that work? How do you do that? Who is in my walls? Bottom line is, getting a kill in Valorant is like this. I was just positioned correctly, and getting a kill in TF2 is like this. Respect. Now that's some gameplay. Notice how I was moving around like a madman, trying to avoid as much damage as possible while hitting my shots. This moving around is called
5, 4, my God, 2, 1.
movement. And speaking of movement, Rainbow Six Siege.
Your dog water! Your dog water!
it. I'm literally hacking. You're so bad. Quit the game. Quit the game. Quit the game. Quit the game. Dog, shut up. Shut up. Uninstall.
It has the basic movement options. You can move forward, you can move backwards, you can move to the left, you can move to the right, and you can jump. You can't jump. This is the worst goddamn motherfucking game I've ever played in my life. Stupid fucking game. Fucking shitty ass, stupid ass game. Suck my cock and die in a hole.
众太往自由门，天安门，天安门，马文东，离红赤突击 Black 六副天安门事件的天安门 Mass Square Protests of 1989，天安门大屠杀。
Okay, let me preface this before the Platinum 1 6,000 hours sweats burn me at the stake. I get it. Siege is a realistic, tactical shooter. You can't realistically jump with 200 pounds of gear on you. However, I like moving around. And what I mean by that is I like going fast. Fast enough to give my opponents eye cancer. I like to outmaneuver my enemies, either completely running past them like an idiot or just avoiding them entirely. I want to be faster than the man that chases women in my neighborhood at night. But Siege doesn't let me do that. It's on the ground, slow and methodical until you encounter an enemy. Then you slam the keyboard to displace as much of their hitbox as possible. It is the complete antithesis of what I love in first-person shooters. Now take a game like Ultrakill. No, Mass Murder. Massacre is the complete inverse of Siege. In Siege, you cannot jump, you're impotent, inept. But in Ultrakill, you can go to the moon. In Siege, explosions kill you. In Ultrakill, explosions boost you. In Siege, you kill terrorists. In Ultrakill, we piss off the army.
Enough! You insignificant fuck!
Roses are red, violets are blue, mankind is dead, and blood is fuel. Literally, you heal with the fresh blood of the damned. And to get this blood, you must move fast, really fast. Movement is king, and standing still for too long will result in your demise. There's enough movement in here to fill an entire physics textbook. I stole this one from Funk. In Ultrakill, you can slam, simple enough, but you can store that slam and jump to the stratosphere. Alternatively, you can use it to slide faster than me going to your house. I'm coming after you, Freddy Fazbear, and you will go outside. Here's a fun-tastic and challenging challenge. Count how many times I dash, jump, or slide during this montage. Is that Fuyuko from Monster Girl Island? This game isn't even finished yet. Anyways, did you count? Because I didn't. The point I'm making is that I prefer the high mobility Ultrakill over the slower, more methodical Rainbow Six Siege. In the end, if you like these games, except Valorant, you're fine. Like, no way, you have opinions? Me too. Personally, my brain is too degraded to think. That's why I like faster games. Maybe you like systematically tearing down your opponents, learning their habits and outplaying them, destroying them mentally until they're nothing but an insecure pile of flesh and bones. Excuse me, I got a little too excited. Personally, I don't like playing games that way. Thinking is hard, and my cock is harder. Overall, I just want to annoy the enemy team. As far as FPS games go, I can play these ones by myself just fine. These games, I can't play without friends. And this game, I just don't play outright. Otherwise, my quality of life drops dramatically. Oh yeah, and I can't afford this one. And I ran out of jokes to write.